What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and as you can tell from the title, I want to talk about the German Bundesliga title race because after the match day 33 results, the title race is still very much alive between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig played to a draw, while for Dortmund, they won their game to come right back into the title race. So I want to discuss that today, and I also want to discuss the Champions League places. The top 4 teams will get Champions League football, the 5th place team, Europa League group phase, while the 6th place team will make the Europa League qualifying spot. We also could talk about relegation. We already know the 2 teams already down to Bundesliga 2, and we already know who will play in the playoffs. It's a really tight spot for that 3rd Bundesliga promotion spot in the 2nd tier as well. So we could also talk about that. So let's get into the video and discuss this title race, this top 4 places and all that good stuff going on over in Germany. I know I don't talk about the German Bundesliga a lot, but it's really important right now. It's crunch time. So in Bundesliga 2, we have FC Köln, who got relegated last season, along with Hamburg. They could come back up, but right now, Köln are the only team guaranteed to come back up since they have won the league down there on 62 points with 2 matches left to go. So congratulations to Köln. I had a friend I used to talk to on Instagram, haven't spoken to him a while. He was a Köln supporter, so they will be in the Bundesliga next season. We also have Paderborn, 54 points, Union Berlin, 53 points, and Hamburger, all fighting for that 2nd automatic promotion spot. There's also Heidenheim. Remember, they played to that thriller versus Bayern Munich. They are on 49 points, so they could get a maximum of 53. And their goal difference is also better than Hamburg, so who knows? Who knows? But anyways, right now, it seems as if it could be Paderborn. I remember they were in the Bundesliga. I almost said Premier League there a few seasons ago. So it could be Paderborn, it could be Union Berlin, or it could be Hamburg taking that automatic spot. But there will also be a playoff. And for the playoffs, guys, we will have the team in 16th place right now, which will be Stuttgart or Schalke. None of these teams are safe yet, but Schalke has a better goal difference than Stuttgart, so most likely it's going to be Stuttgart. Or I don't know if they go on head-to-head or goal difference. Enlighten me in the comment section down below. But right now it seems as if it's going to be Stuttgart for that relegation place. Playoff place, I should mention. Playoff place. Because Nuremberg and Hannover 96 have already been relegated. So with those 2 teams relegated, Stuttgart still fighting for their safety in the top flight of German football. And Schalke should be safe. Very disappointed. Disappointed with Schalke this season. They were in the Champions League. They even made it to the round of 16, and they're currently 15th in the Bundesliga. Not a good showing at all. Not a very good showing. Did they sack Dominic Tedesco? I think they may have. But in 14th, guys, we have Augsburg, 32 points. Then in 13th, we have Freiburg, 32 points. Mainz, 12th. Fortuna Düsseldorf, 11. I'm not going to call the points tally. Then we have Hertha in 10th. Werder Bremen in 9th. And then where the points tally becomes important again is with Hoffenheim. They're currently in 8th. So, well, then again, they still can't get top 6. They actually could still get top 6. So Hoffenheim, 51 points right now in 8th. Wolfsburg in 7th, 52 points. That's a vast improvement from last season, man. Last 2 seasons, they have been struggling. So to come back to 7th, that's really damn good. 6th, guys, Eintracht Frankfurt. They have a game in hand. So that's really important in terms of top four football with Frankfurt on 54 points with a game in hand. Above them, Bayer Leverkusen, only one match remaining. Frankfurt has two. They play Mainz tomorrow, and I think they should beat Mainz. Then Bayer Leverkusen are fifth with 55 points. Mönchengladbach, fourth, 55 points with a better goal difference than Bayer Leverkusen. So I think it is goal difference being used in the Bundesliga. In third, can't be caught by the fourth, fifth, or sixth place team is RB Leipzig. They have already secured Champions League football for next season. So congratulations to RB Leipzig. And then we have Borussia Dortmund in second, 73 points, and Bayern Munich in the first position, 75 points. So the title race is between those two teams. Bayern could still be caught if they lose their final game, and Dortmund has to win. A draw would not cut it. They have to win their last game, and they need Bayern to lose. And Bayern will play versus Eintracht Frankfurt, a team they have been beaten. The only time they lost in their last 5 to 6 fixtures were in last season's DFB Pokal final. When they lost, I think the scoreline was 3-1. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But in the German Super Cup, Bayern smashed Frankfurt. Earlier this season, they also defeated Frankfurt. So Bayern are favorites right now to win the league because they have been getting the upper hand over Frankfurt. And Niko Kovac, Frankfurt's last boss, is the manager of Bayern Munich. So they may continue getting the upper hand. Or we can see Frankfurt, who has been really, really good this season, but their last couple games have been horrible. Horrible. Even in their first Europa League match versus Benfica, they came back in the second leg, but then against Chelsea, drew both legs, and then they lost in the, penalty shootout. Missed out on the finals, and they haven't really been good in the league. But if they turn their form around versus Mainz, they will go up to 57 points. That will still not secure top four football because we have Mönchengladbach and Bayer Leverkusen who could all surpass Frankfurt with a win versus Dortmund. And in case of Bayer Leverkusen, they play Hertha Berlin on their last match day fixture. So they could all pass Frankfurt. So Frankfurt needs 2 wins. They need 2 wins, or they need a draw, and they need Bayer Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach to lose both their games. And that's how Eintracht will get top 4 because they have a better goal difference than Mönchengladbach and Bayer. But with the fact that they have 2 games in hand, I think Frankfurt should be able to pass these teams, right? But their form hasn't been good, guys. Their form has not been good at all. I'm really trying to figure out the 4th spot, guys. It's really, really hard. Eintracht, they have 2 matches left, possible 6 points to go up to 60. They have to win their game against Mainz. They have to win that to go up to 57 points. But then they could be passed by Leverkusen. So, it's really, really close. So, if I have to do a prediction right now, I'm going to say Eintracht are going to defeat Mainz. Go up to 57 points. So, with that win tomorrow, they will go up to 4th, 57 points. And then we're going to fast forward to the final match day where we're going to talk about the title race and the last fixtures that are going to determine who gets top 4. So, let's start with Bayern versus Eintracht. Eintracht are going to need a draw or a win. Bayern, they have to pick up a draw or a win, and they need Dortmund to draw or lose. I'm going to say Bayern Munich are going to defeat Frankfurt on the last match day because they have been getting the better of that team, and I don't think it's going to change right now. But there's still a possibility that this very, very good Frankfurt team with Luka Jovic and Gacinovic and Kostic and Rebic and Haller and all these guys, they have been playing really, really good. So they could stun Bayern Munich to help Dortmund win their first title since the 11-12 season. Bayern been winning everything since then. So I'm gonna say Bayern defeat Frankfurt and go on to win the title. I think it's going to happen. Borussia Dortmund should defeat Mönchengladbach on their final match day. So that will also help Frankfurt if they defeat Mainz. So Dortmund will end on 76 with Bayern ending on 78. Bayern are not going to lose that game. Even if they pick up a draw and they end on the same point tally as Borussia Dortmund, they will win on the goal difference. So, or if they don't use goal difference, they will win on the head-to-head rule anyway, because the last time they played Dortmund, they completely spanked them. And the previous fixture, Bayern lost 2-3 to Dortmund. So they have a better head-to-head anyway you put it. So I'm going to go for Bayern Munich to come in first, Dortmund to come in second, Leipzig to come in third. And then it's tricky. I have a sneaky feeling that we're going to see Bayer Leverkusen finishing on 58 points and Eintracht finishing on 57 for Peter Bosch's team to pick up that final Champions League spot with that fourth place. So Bayer Leverkusen will place fourth to get the Champions League spot. Eintracht, I think, will come in fifth. They will be back in the Europa League. Mönchengladbach will come in sixth to go into Europa League qualifiers. But also, Wolfsburg are still actually in with a shout as well, because if Frankfurt fail to pick up any points in their next two fixtures, we could also see Wolfsburg surpassing them to go up to sixth. But the fact that they have an inferior goal difference to Bayer Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach, I don't think they will place higher than sixth. So Wolfsburg are still in with a shout. Also, Hoffenheim could still get the Europa League qualifying spot because they have 51 points. If Eintracht Frankfurt lose both their games and Hoffenheim win their final game, they could go up to 54 because they have a better goal difference than Eintracht and Wolfsburg as well. They would bump them out of that Europa League qualifying spot there in sixth. So it's still quite wide open. It's still wide open for that Europa League qualifying spot, and the Europa League spot is up for grabs as well. But I'm going to say my final decision, Bayern Munich wins the league. Borussia Dortmund come in second, RB Leipzig third, Bayer Leverkusen fourth to go into the Champions League. I'm going to say Mönchengladbach are going to come in fifth, and Frankfurt. This one is hard. Frankfurt fifth, and Gladbach sixth. Yes. I think I'm final on that. I did say Frankfurt would come in fifth before too as well. So with 57 points. So come on, but it's still really, really hard to figure this out. But that is my final prediction right there. That's my final prediction. Guys, I want to know yours in the comment section down below. I didn't talk about the other teams because they don't even matter right now. All these other teams don't matter right now because they can't get top four football. They can't get relegated. It's all down to Stuttgart. Stuttgart are the only team in the relegation danger right now, I think. I think Schalke is safe. But guys, let me know the teams you think gonna join Cologne or Köln in the Bundesliga next season. Whether it's gonna be one new team or whether it's gonna be two. Or let me know if you think Stuttgart are gonna go down. Let me know your top four places. If Bayern's gonna retain the title. If you think it's gonna be a last day drama and we're gonna see Borussia Dortmund lifted for the first time since Klopp did it. So, guys, I just wanted to touch on this topic real quick. And if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button. And until next time, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.